Wow. This is HammerTime conversation with Adjetey Anang, aka Pusha Mapadi. Now, as a celeb, you see, social media ma obia timbe celebrity.
Yep.
As I have because first you need to even to get a camera,
Charlie,
to get opportunity. And it'll be to the one video boom of a superstar. Me who's a lady be fly around.
Okay.
With a black sheriff and Yombi.
All right. Yeah.
Now me who say you na girl need to be na your mofo. And I say a girl no jina on na your mofo.
You can tell.
And me who's a radio station be after na interview no. So for me, wadru ho.
Yep. That's it.
All lecture on Nafti. Are you people considering all these things as merchant crowd here?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Sacking them for because like the video now make was to see on prepare you but boom
she's there.
Unlike where you are coming from before you got there. When you boom foundation in your solid.
That's right.
So as a lecturer so people when you or star because guy be by me feel that time about 10-15 years ago.
Okay.
I'm a Juma and I'm saying Juma Ben. I want to be a star. I'm saying that sounds where Juma. I later became a sports presenter or Angel FM, and now Oabruchi. Different maestro. Advice one out of man.
You know,
as a lecturer,
as you said,
as a character.
So first of all, my presence at NAFTI where I lecture and I say is for me, me who say I'm imparting knowledge, keke.
Okay.
For me, it's an opportunity to let them understand that they are responsible for the choices that they make. It's being responsible for what you're doing because NAFTI is a creative space. Into most of these film directors that we have today, from Shelley Frimpong Manso, Ivan Kwashiga, who are doing wonders. They came from NAFTI. Now we keep on training directors, filmmakers from these places. They are content, stories that they put on the line. That's what we consume. Now, if these people are not responsible for the content they are making, you have to think before you write. Right. Because what you write has an impact on us who consume it. Some people are there, okase omonwe grass, they are prepared to do it. Just because that's what the industry, throws at them. So we have to be careful what we are doing to our society. So for me, every now and then I'm happy on. It's not just about thinking about anything I'll do just to make money, but know that there's a ripple effect that whatever we put out there, it can make or unmake our people. So for somebody like that, you have to find out answer the reason why do you want to be a star. Why is it that you want to be a star? And once the person can answer that, then you can guide the person. Because for some people, he wants to be seen so that talent be or gift be or one will come out for all people to see. But maybe it may not necessarily take you to be a star to be able to achieve that. To say there, as you said, it's a social media space. It gives opportunity. Last time, an actress was discovered on social media, on Instagram, because she has this habit of doing scenes, short sketches. It be at 2 minutes, 1 minute. Why are you saying? She learns a character and then she performs it, and she was so good that just a director just went there, asked her to come for an audition.
On one audition, you read it out.
That's it.
That's
it. So even it's an avenue for we talk about show what you have, show what you can do in this. Nobody is paying for you. Are paying for your own data, and that's the way people have been discovered. So for me, the why is important. So to know that, look, I want to be a star because of A, B, and C. Now from then on, to me, I guide this particular person.
Back to NAFTI,
right?
And telenovelas are usually on TV. So also affected local production.
It has,
because they have this cheap telenovelas,
80s,
70s 90 telenovelas. They bring it down here and do voice dubs.
Yeah.
In P.
Yeah.
And they are the most annoying part is the one that they do in P.
Yeah.
Nafti, you train people to come out to produce.
Exactly.
To act.
Yeah.
How are you fighting this? Who is responsible for this?
Look, we can, the man maker said, we can only do our part. The thing is a chain. Well, now chain no links them. Even if you do your part, you expect that the other, link also does its part. That is why maker say, let's do our part. We can make sure that we're professional enough. Is up to well standard. But then at the end of the day, you can do your production. But if the distribution network is not there, it's broken or weak, we cannot get there. The other thing too is that I think that policies also have not helped us because as a nation, we have the responsibility to project our own agendas, our own identity, our image, our culture. And so by law, I mean, every institution like radio stations, TV stations, they are all channels. They help project what we are, the Ghanaian, individual. So by law, it should be that a certain percentage of what we show should be Ghanaian. A certain percentage should be foreign. We're not saying that, look, let's cut away from the world of globalization. We need to know what other people are doing. But if that becomes imbalance. I be a telenovelas it's way more than our own what we have. Then there's a problem. So we need to relook at this so that we have a balance. Yes, making films is expensive, and the moment we'll have to we'll compare it to telenovelas. How can I say these are from way back? And so I mean, the more at a very very cheap fees. Sometimes somebody they even want it out of their system, so just come and take it. So
and the characters, their content is not us.
That's the thing.
And those are the things the kids are watching.
Exactly.
Because you can't be with your kids all the time.
Exactly. So we all have to be responsible for this, and let's say it's one part. But what are you also as an institution projecting, and the cultures we are projecting? We want to instill in our young people certain values. Some of these cultures from other spaces have a different agenda, and so you must find out how where the meeting point is, so that we're continually projecting the national agenda.
Which ministry controls that? Is it NCA or National Communication Authority? No.
Say they can put my confused.
There should be a ministry. Yeah, making sure these things are addressing. I remember, I think Abeku Santana too shares the same view. Said the cost on airtime. He said there are no jobs, but other year more protect. How do we create the jobs?
Exactly.
I think we have to lobby through Parliament. Maybe.
Yeah, and I think that that's the reason why this new institution, National Film Authority, is there to sort of bridge the gaps and make all those linkages so that it's an authority on itself, and to sort of ensure that certain laws are made, certain policies are passed to make sure that where the Ghanaian identity is protected. So I think that it's early days yet, but they're putting things in place, little by little, so that we look at what we can do immediately to sort of help change the scenario a bit, because Senia Koi is not helping the industry at all. Yeah,
you see, somebody's character today can be linked to the childhood, how he was brought up.
Precisely.
Now, people see push hours like this, what they saw on TV, but one-on-one, they don't know. And me, for instance, you act and you behave and whatever like a responsible husband and father.
Right.
Growing up, with parents, how was it like? You live in both?
Yeah, I did.
They brought you up together?
Yep, they did.
So, can you remember some of the advices you got from?
I mean, for me, I think, look, I was blessed because I knew some colleagues who didn't have it easy like the way I did. My father was a biochemist. So early days, you could, and this was early days, perception about the entertainment industry was for most parents, no, you can do it as a hobby, but as a career, no. But for me, early days, me who say my papa or dropping hints there, he wanted me to follow the line of the sciences. But unfortunately for him too, I was exposed to movies earlier. I have seen samples of fathers, in movies, send your money or family, go out, have fun, family and all that. It was exciting and fun. Something that you haven't experienced before, or you don't own time experience. Yeah. When you wish that I can so do me say. And then I look at the contrast. My papa, ejuma,
one way life.
One way life. Hey, that's how it's hard to it's
so exciting.
It's so exciting. And unfortunately for him, I've seen other exciting examples. And no, this is not the kind of life I really wanted to. My dream went off that car, even though in the early stages, the good marks that he wanted me to have in the science, I gave it to him. That's I was doing it for him. No problem. But on the side, I was still grooming the interest in the film area, etc. So, but after some time, who said, look, my passion was directed to that time. So he wasn't upset about it. All that he said, he said, whatever I decide to do, and if it is the industry I'm going to go on, I should make sure that I'm one of the best or the best. And therefore, I shouldn't relax on just maybe I have a gift or a talent in that area. Like I should behave like a scientist who is looking for something to discover. So you never rest. So this has stayed with me. Every time. Even when I go on set sometimes, we will say. Some productions now, new entrant, maybe other person's in the first production. The normal in for those who have been in it for a long time. Let's say, in our minds, they can say, "Oh, young guy, Charlie, I give you some tidbits about this industry or how to go about your characterization." That's the thinking in the back of our heads. But me fan is that.
Okay.
Oh, by na show. New guy, this guy can be a force later, or very soon there will be a handover because Obia won him. So Obano na me observe the scenes na me share. Why bibia very or flaring doing something I don't know or minimie. Then I'm observing how he did it. Then I'm like, oh, let me take this, borrow this flair, send your the look or something. Now I make it my own. That's the only way I've been able to stay relevant. So I don't joke with learning opportunities. I don't cut, say that I've drawn the line. I'm only learning from the Jackies and the Magis and no. Every new entrant, my gaze is on you. It's there. You're going to bring. Everybody's unique. So we all have something to offer. So I never come to a stage where I'm closed. Always learning. So that has stayed with me, and I believe that the support that I had on the family setting, and also brought me to this level.
But time being, this is from school now. What to Naftiana?
They be from school now. So say me call Legon performing arts. Me call my masters were Joburg. So me buy I didn't even go straight into film industry because that time now more tough a bit. The industry was not generating that much income the way it was. I was just going to marriage too. And to make manufacturing company Bikoye Juma. But Charlie as a marketing. But Charlie, those were some of the challenging years because I wasn't happy. I feel who said Charlie, I was not fulfilled. There was something into me. Quite one or two movies then my whole life, the demeanor changes. So it do be and I can say, look, let me just stop this and just go to what my first love was, and so that's what brought me back into the system again.
Where James Awaje, Fiper, James Awaje, Kumawood James Abwaje. Anyway, also bro from the doors.
So
name mo mama be the normal information Motac MOTAC through NFA
National Film Authority. Yeah.
Okay, so has done something of foreign content on TV.
Right.
There is currently a draft content policy by the Minister MOTAC for consideration. Ministry of Communication also has a role as in what is contained in the broadcast bill.
Okay.
James Abwaje, that's for the information. Say China ni ekano. The frafra. On say apart from radio, so na ko YouTube, tinyo bi as na titwi no. Tia na the frafra mfanche yen. Normal. Do you have sometimes do you have private lives? Do any around here left or right?
The thing is, me say the my say intentional timetable. And when I say being in this industry, you must have a balanced life. And yes, I did. Juma did. But and you know, our nature of our jobs takes us away from home. In TS and I say fearful, you just put them, backbench beside. So Nyamaya say like I know say your timetable. Apart from my fee, my son, we have to bond. In Coladia. To say there so many things can distract them. Even cartoons so you have to make sure say that contact is still there, that bond is still being built. Once in a while, at least in every 2 months, we take time off. Eastern region, out of town, change of environment, reflecting on agendas, and what we have to do in the course of the year. It's healthy, It also reminds you, say, look, this is your first responsibility, so that Ejuma will not take you away from them. So I strictly I obey this timetable, and yes, I once and now life now imbalance.
So on second scripter, then I'm looking for is it the storyline, is it the director, is it the other characters movie now consider before you say yes, and before negotiations.
Right. So my first thing in the story, first thing is story. Is this story relevant? Story and stories can talk about a lot of things. Once that is okay for me, then I look at who am I going to work with, because sometimes it's important to also know who the crew who are coming on board, because sometimes you may have a good story now one the kind of personnel story they may kill the dream. And it's important to know. But then it's not just about mark already in the industry. Look, I've worked with some young guys. All that they took was say they were passionate about what who say a story and they needed to tell it, and that did it for me. Some of the movies are my enkrana to say be akiteke me winning AMVC award. That was like the movie that was my least paid movie. But I believed in the content and I believed in the passion of this director. Say this is a young dude who was also coming. Sometime I one afternoon continuous assessment work being who say the guy has something. So I'll support him when he comes out. And indeed, even though I didn't have the pay because he didn't have capital, he was just starting. At least he added value to, and it took me places where other movies may not have taken me. So first of all, the content, the personnel around it, then we'll talk of the fees. But it's not once the content is okay, Links takes over because
so now Links negotiates on your behalf.
That's everything for me.
Who rate card O'Hara?
Everything is there. Everything.
Okay, so James Abwaje is back. Motak now say a Ministry of Tourism.
Oh, Ministry of
Arts
Tourism
and Culture.
Arts and Culture, right.
Okay.
Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture.
Money in Temu. Now one for future and we did grown. Seriously, you know.
Yeah.
Your colleagues, most of them, so the matured ones. Their financials.
It's just terrible. And you cry. I mean, these are people we've looked up to. People have inspired us to come here, and when you look at the
conditioner,
it's sad.
The aspect last week, Mene Abrobe, we were discussing this about the roles of matured characters, my younger ones.
I don't get it. And these people are still very good.
Yes,
they have it. They have all the things. Fred Amogi, Grace Omabomo, they still have it. So I don't know why would cast young people. Yeah, also your makeup too is not up to that level, because you're making somebody so that we believe it. So we need to change that, and find a way of also sustaining these people in their own life, so that at least they can have some income coming. And also the other aspect, royalties and so. I don't think that area has been handled well.
ASOC. Are you a member of ASOC?
Am I a member? I'm a member of the Actors Guild, but I don't think I'm a member of ASOC.
So ASOC, I'm saying royalties, audiovisual.
Yeah. Now, I think that it has to be something so that it's people know about it. Dito. How do I get royalties from? Now, I think there was a time, let me say, one producer, Kafwe Denku, can say, form Biaba out. You are supposed to list the number of films, and then you get she got some money out of it. These are things that we don't know. People don't know. Things are not straightforward. Now, if somebody is benefiting, who should not be benefiting. So I think that we need to educate. The whole industry about some of these things, so that especially our old folks all this while they should be benefiting in a way, so that people they at least they can survive kakra. But it's not helping us.
Is it a because for a younger person now make up in older person now we money 2 cities. Right. How much are you giving? You are preventing that.
I mean, I don't think that is Sikasem, because some of these young people too, because the social media, they understand it too. They come in with hard, because the Charlie major way. Otherwise, I'm not doing it. But our old folks, they are not. Most of them are not even on social media. They don't know what is happening. They don't even know. So they won't. But even if they are calling for some amount, these are people who have walked the path for us to follow. So they even deserve whatever it is. Let their ending be happy, so that at least they know that look, if we didn't do anything at all, we've set something, and then we can reap the benefits. So I think that we should turn the lens to their direction. Now, we help sustain them. Kakra, they still have what it takes to make our movies, great, and therefore we shouldn't just focus on the social media people who can take us to places, but these people can bring the real art and the skill, because these are they didn't have any distraction with social media. They really were trained, and they have what it takes to really add to stories that we tell every now and then.
But I'll ask you about actors turned producers and
okay.
I think there's a negative says we hold the same picture.
All right.
Yes. Akukoba. Okay, before I forget, a quick one. Na manua Ulomi. Okay, ne baba kushila was sending me messages to see my many bar for interview. Make comment to be about I hope my better cry now almost suppress it the language, language and almost suppress it. And I'm almost surprised the same. I said they are refusing to speak the language. I'm saying the same Kenya, and they're saying language there, you can't force anybody to speak it. And we had a discussion, and I'm up for discussing. And I'm so the best way is to date a different tribe so that over children Kasano. Because one getting closer, you can learn the language.
Right.
Now, Cecilia Naneba, Sheila sent a message, me. I think that interview generated a lot of. Anna will be sending on the social media. Meaning platform. Anna Nipa Kracho said, I need a sweetheart here to teach me Ga language.
Oh.
Anna Ubi Abe responded, say, of all the languages, it's only Ga that you want to learn. Search ... Okay, I can mention only one word. Okay. Aggressive language.
Right.
And you know, we guy. Any comment on this?
I mean, it's unfortunate, you know, if somebody would think that the language is aggressive. I think maybe partly because of how the Ghanaians also have carried themselves, because sometimes you can say in China did you confront them. Unfortunately, some of our people who are up there to help, change this. So yes, just one example now Obia say, that's what it is, but it isn't it. That is not the case.
Exactly.
So let me say we have a lot of languages in the country, and I think that we should just sort of let one disappear. I think that we should encourage it so that we all know. It would be good say Ubia better, the languages in our country. I was in Nika what I say, we Fantinika know what I say, but I think that it's a wrong perception. We need to correct it. But also, I may say the guys themselves, we need to encourage the speaking. Let me say I've realized some time back, me fataxia. The first language, the guy will speak to the driver and you tree.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm saying that because you are a Ga and the driver is maybe Akan, you are not even encouraging the guy to speak the Ga. You have to speak it to him. Or can say, if we do that, we encourage it, and having languages there, if you have the more you know, the advantage you have on many levels. And I think that we should push that ourselves to make sure that people, in a nice way, sometimes if I say, won't take us an any that's not it. But encourage the people to talk. We'll call the Bia Kotoa but one day and then that's how we live as a people. So that's work for us to do as Ghanaians ourselves.
Okay, so on this note, I will say somebody will push Ga language. Musician Tiny, Charlie. Tiny has done really well.
Very much.
We're pushing language.
Very much.
And I think that's one view. Yeah, Tiny.
Mostly.
Okay, back to our conversation.
Right.
James Abwaje, 5-pack. More information.
Nice one.
ASOC means Audiovisual Rights Society of Ghana. Okay. It is the duty of the associations to educate members of some of these rights. One has to register with ASOC before royalties is paid.
Oh, registration. Okay.
Pacho Okon Kraya ko register.
Straight.
Me the James Abwaje so number Now, so Actors Guild, moya den. Actors Guild, moya den, jina moya. It stands for
court.
More court, moya de court. It's not
past government ni present government court kakra
executives ne ko
kakra go nti
how problem on here then is it leadership crisis?
It's something like the leadership, and then I've heard from other sources, corruption on some funds, things that should have benefited all of us. Some people have diverted, into personal businesses, etc. And in Yemen. So because it's in court, the court assembly, you also have to be careful what you say. But then Yemen Koye, we're hoping that they'll still come together, because at the end of the day, we suffer. The broader picture suffers, and the role that Actors Guild can do can help all of us, and I think that we've. It's our court business. There be a many way can boy.
Say Glamorous. Similar problem.
Right.
Musical.
Similar.
Actors Guild. And it is how small associations. Munti minimum penny form fight. Na munti minyan your man right there. Then Ghana your problem because I've been with you. Forget.
Charlie. It's.
There. Because me joining Kubia.
Right.
Because my character no me joining Kubia.
Play.
Kuba come me joining as I speak with you. Say,
right.
Me action go on.
That's right.
No, because I don't see why people should mismanage people's funds, people's life on the diagro.
Yeah.
Na say you will cool. Na say be I say Jesus free ABCD. Na say yentimi ko meeting. Emma mon first statement to me who baby a baby free ba. Enko. Now then, Bobby as well. I mean, why?
It's
because they be American same way now. And no man can say will be for me. You remember? So somebody sent me a message for help.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So some make us say I'm not just talking on. And go you. Also a young guy who say normal, but
yeah.
I was a Janish.
It's crazy, man.
It's a vocal to every country that way.
But you mean him. Yes.
Ubi say wala twa wala boa. Ubi nko wa. Now, what are the things that you do for love?
The things that I do for love.
As Anan Adjetey, aka Pusher.
Well, basically, definitely one of the first would be movies.
The things you do for love?
Yeah. Movies. I know. It's one of it, but then mostly it's related to family.
Okay.
One of it is looking forward to be a time I ever call out of Accra.
Okay.
To have some time for ourselves, and then looking forward to what next am I buying for her that to surprise her, because I know up surprises. You don't wait for occasions. We're home. Just always Jumana delivery biaba, just to let her know that Charlie, she's still
think about.
Yeah, she's not a wife, she's still a girlfriend. So I look forward to that. Those things are, and then of course, things that would also, like for example, me coffee is now. I know her workload. Into a make kitchen, utensils are still unwashed. My I do the dishes, I clean the kitchen, but Obano who score points. 10 marks straight. So things on home front, so I'm part of the keeping up the place. Okay, and it's something that I've done over and over. It's become a part of me, but it also speaks a certain love language for her, and it makes her happy. So sometimes when we say Obi Juma, but she's tensed up, because she's a banker. Inti Obani fi ho is in a space. I be an old dream who say Oba fia also A, B, and C. And then she's just happy, and that for me also makes me fulfilled. Once she's happy, I'm okay. And so this is a few of the things that I'm here for love. Yeah.
And the things we do for love, not concept,
the concept was mainly reproductive health issues as for young people,
right?
Especially in the face of HIV, all those STDs. Young people at that age, mostly are very, very active, and people are having relationships here and there. And it was the design, say, it will speak to young people about how to live that stage, that phase. You not get into trouble. People will not have unplanned pregnancies in your because at that stage, you're building your life, into school and sending your money here, and also relationship between children and young people and their parents. Say homes are tension between parents and children. Now even the progress of the children, it doesn't go far because broken homes na children, because you don't have that protective parenthood, advice in here and there. So one of the ways also to encourage, say, young parents should understand what young people are going through. Say it's just a phase, and you say omusubine, so that more guide. Then the issue about talk back, allowing children to also express themselves. Time because then you can't say anything. Even if what's the cry, you want to make it. But now the things to do for love was teaching them also to say we are human beings, we're full human beings. And so allow them to vent, allow them to talk about what's at the end. You become their friend. One of the things that parents need in is the friendship. And we have to build that friendship. Babe to me can say, ma make us school say madam for you, so that you can at that space no advice. So say, look, me yes a mistake no, me person always a mistake no, say fakwan way so na so some issues are things to do for love, stressing on, addressing.
Now what character now we're dying, because I'm asking this question because I check and some of the people listening to us
that's right.
Story,
that's right. Yeah.
And a baby almost because of picture quality.
Okay.
Now what character then?
Now me character was a boy from a broken home. Inti me papa ne me mama ni ho, and me brother ne etifi. So once again, there was no covering of any accountability and responsibility. Inti me mepe, and sa people know. If you compare to other houses, bibia the parents ho nkolawo ho ashishe nyama organized you feel say you don't have those things, and so near ebe ma also you kind of feel a bit cool and there's a word I want to use.
Avoid complex.
But something that would also but make you feel as if also
you wanna be
also, if you don't have A, B, and C, you to your day. You want a following, you want somebody who will say that, oh, Pusha, some people are obeying what you are saying, so if unfortunately direction now and yet the right way now a dipping, and then so Pusha was more like getting a lot of people under his wings to sort of guide and mentor mentorship, so that was the character. Just to paint a picture, said we have SAR characters no more in your communities more, watch out for them, say and yet all the things that they say you have to follow, and so it was just bringing out those elements in our societies or more as a result of broken homes, but once again, and yes, say ibia situation I'm anabasa, but yes, say this is what they would have loved to do, so basically that was my character. I'm really leading people astray most of the time.
But bad influence.
But most of the time, so when we say Obeka Sekoye Bibi no onkoye. So you watch all those things.
And among all the roles you have played,
right?
Obekai, your challenging roles. I out. I need to take time to psych to prepare well to play such roles.
No, coincidentally, Pusha was a tough one for me. Very tough one for me because time casted me for that role. Now initially, radio. Well, from radio na echo TV. Now radio time na me Pusha na me play. I was playing BB character no. Now switch it back TV no. The director Ivan Kwashika or say, you know what, he wants me to switch characters. Me say director, me to me, the guy was too bad, and from my background, no, I could say my parents and my siblings and all, say TV, share TV in your feedback me and say, Obi play bad role, no. They are uncomfortable with it, then so sad. The pressure was there that what will my family say, or people who know me in church and all those things say that I'm playing this bad boy, but as me the understanding was that it's a character I may play. That is not me, and I think that one of the ways in which film or storytelling is to bring out characters, not say we are praising them, but I can say, look, these are some of the things that we should observe and so we should to help change people, so it was tough for me in the beginning, and I needed to prepare well because my lifestyle wasn't like that. And so I say sometime 1 or 2 times me call Jamestown Honum around me call Barbie just to see how some of these guys behave.
Street life.
Ma cook na one cook maybe 1 hour 2 hours. Not still I may see people. I'm watching characters on mobile. Senya ubi bebaho no did say padi Charlie padi again. No what to necessary. No what say. Come on. So
the aggressive.
Well, it is come on in Yamano. We pick it from real life, characters. So a lot of people contributed in making the Pusha. If you hack a crowd, my fabric, my ticker say bina me say my injector a good character inside the character. Inti sa preparation in yana abwa different identities just so that me even the walk no crowd just so that obi wo say hey Charlie Jones Charlie akwano nanti bushi walk no that's the way I over more connected to it because once a child akwano be any walk no biom esa na no muti ni a ka no ni nyama nti addition wo ho no most they are getting it because there was you characters be ube portraying I was say real life situation or real life people no emotion or more connected to the character say off in our community kasa that same jargons I use wow you see so that was how but it was tough doing that because I needed to really learn to get all this and not from any book but to go onto the street itself na my pick is maybe so that it becomes real we address issues and now people don't feel as if is far off.
Is it early 20s, right?
So that was from starting 99.
No, we come by age,
Yeah, that was early 20s. Very early 20s.
So that was yourself,
Majid, Shika, and your name Jackie.
So far, characters are more. You are still A-list artist.
Jackie Majid mostly. Niakano Max also were around. Vincent Macaulay also one or two. Aluta so he does 1 or 2. But mostly was the 3 of us. Consistently.
But okay, once in a while.
Once in a while.
And then it gets to a point that you get tired or you get bored.
Let me say a combination. Same way there. I think individuals will answer it for themselves.
Yeah, because for you to sustain this for over 23 years.
That's right.
There's something I push you to this level.
Oh yeah. I mean on a personal level, no. Me as I said, no. It's as long as as long as I have breath, no. Once this is what I know I'm supposed to do. Maybe then me who say and a money making venture. For me is continually to remind people that we can turn this industry around. No perception, any bad negative perceptions that they have about it in this industry, we write that off. And also say the people who have been observing me from things to do for lab up to now, that consistently what I'm preaching or I'm practicing. Is the passion has been there, and also to sort of encourage younger people who are more interested in this area. So this is how you do it. This is an example that you can watch. I don't want to just if there are times where I feel like Charlie, my brain, let me do something about.
What take you break it down? What's the longest break in between movies? Okay.
Let me say my longest break was at time I made the manufacturing company called Yejuma, and then maybe school. And maybe for essay, but the marketing job now because it was intentional. School, school time now. As soon I had to go, but marketing now. I've just married, and a bamo once in a while, but it wasn't enough to really pay the bills and at home. If it was only me, Takashin will go hustle, we go pay whatever we have to pay. But once another life I can't hold responsibilities and I multiply. Yeah, so.
You're not person about directors,
right?
Actors and directors and producers, no?
Right?
And also, bit my part of the reason why I be as Kasemna Abunaba from because me your colleague, not me producer, definitely you charge me as
of course
market price, no, very different.
Yeah,
and currently looks like Omona Meki Productions,
right?
Those who were producing Ano Musikano, they have given up.
More or less, or they slow down. yeah.
And social even now because social media near Irama, unlike the time when I'm here, national theater, TV theater, right?
TV theater. There's a theater. Yeah.
And many who characters be. It has a platform like be brave for people to spot you, It's tough.
Yeah, it is. Tough. It is.
Have you ever tried producing your own movie?
Oh, I've tried. Say I was a co-producer. Now I was a bit hesitant. Now I can say, look, I just don't want to add to the numbers. Well, because everything, it's a specific field, producing, director. Because let me say, sometimes we take it for granted. Say, oh, I've done this acting, over time, may gain any experience, but it's a specific field, and also here, certain skills are able to apply to be successful, and not just add to the numbers, but make a mark. Over all around the world, we who top actors are more attorney directors, producer, will be Mel Gibson, more, they've all done it, but. These are people who would also learn those skills, specifically. Me say I wasn't ready yet, and so I co-produced together with the producer at that time. And so for me, the idea of actors going to production, it's okay, but I think that they need to be prepared for it. You just don't get up and say that, look, tomorrow let me start producing. I think that, exactly. You have to learn. Say there are skills that you are required so that it won't be you won't have challenges in the future, because you're not doing it for just charity's sake. You're doing it for a certain result, to help the industry add on, but also to makes your capital back so that you can do the next one. So the idea is okay, as long as you be from it, so that we don't repeat the same old mistakes or just add into the numbers. Yeah, for me that's my position. How
do you manage a couple of scripts on your table within a certain period?
Yeah,
say in the next 2-3 months,
right?
When your script bear 4,
right?
We understand, because every script has a character.
Precisely. We
understand.
Oh, I mean, most of the time, I avoid such occurrences. So, when I say which happens, 4 scripts within 3 months. all this production wants to come on, but me say sometimes so ebi mu be overlap it to say me 2 series from Aquaba Magic. And I'm careful because the characters no one show you are overlap it. So I'm very careful. Say if there's a third production, which there is no, my mom will say, look, we're wrapping this date, we're wrapping that day, so we can look at after. Because Nyom say, look, characters are you play no. They are some of these are real life characters people are relating to. Character will play can be a history and now be journey be so you have to make time for the character, research for the character, so that all player are playing it well. And yes, the diagram hobby. So I don't want a lot of scripts at that time. I will say I 50-50. If I'm devoting my time fully, I will say fully, so that the result is fully received. And I try to avoid because with timelines now, so that it doesn't also sap so much energy from me. Because if I maybe divide me on all the level, no, you not get 100% from me, and so I try to avoid that scenario.
Adjetey Anang and your network and Kumawood. Now you share is it Kumawood now official Anna?
Anna official.
Anna Accra Wood.
We do the BD.
Anna Accra Wood.
Minim Kumawood Accra Wood the BD.
It would never friend say. I said, TV. Okay, for the purposes of people to understand the message,
right?
So, when you're from Glamorous movies, right? And you war, and in Ghana, near in Ghanawood, Gallywood, and Gramania,
Gallywood, Hollywood.
Because Nancy Mata Joyce Atta and one of the directors from discussing about they are looking for a name.
Yeah.
Ghana. I think there's an award. Award scheme be a lady be or Dean be some fast
Black Star win and so
now your teachings at NAFTI.
Right.
Every movie should have a script.
Yeah.
You should go by lines.
Yes.
And if you don't go by lines, sometimes my editing here because of continuity.
Yeah.
So going by script and going by how Kumawood, some of them
yeah.
Then they're easier. Then they're flexible. Then they're character no.
Right. So truly, when you allow the actor to come out, you get the best out. And so I always tell to my students and say, sometimes there's a temptation to look down upon those whose medium ne vernacular or from local languages.
Okay.
But truly speaking, they are those who give you the true performance. And in other words, don't look down on the Kumawood actors. Because toe to toe, they are ahead of us. In the sense that the language they are using is their mother tongue.
Okay.
So when they speak, it's from deep within. It's a natural space. Yeah, you can't brofono. We are speaking somebody's language.
Right.
Sometimes the import of meaning is not readily available. We'll have to unconsciously you can't script now. We go back to our mother tongue. Now I translate it before we speak it. It is not the beauty of articulating words, no fine media, cooperation, communication, no. You can say all those things now sounding okay, but you've not hit home. Say the meaning, no, it doesn't hit me. I measure.
That's what they brought for
exactly. So stop it. Exactly. You know. So exactly.
Stop it. What's the name? Kranom goes no more. Yeah. Jai no more jai. Ghanaian can say. Formal.
Over to one time. So we have to learn. Okay. We have to learn from the facts, and that's why it's important to say even in our movie telling, no, we should factor in our languages. It makes it even richer, and that's what the outside world is looking for. Why is it that Oscar criteria awards, no, in foreign movies, no, why is it that they are saying say local language should be 70% and about 30% should be English or a mixture? There's a reason why they are looking for authenticity. Yeah, so so I'm saying that yes, they're speaking naturally, you know, and most directors are you realize that context no how would you say it your own way? Because sometimes no brofuna can on feeling meaning and back through. So Obeka said, look, say it, how would you say it your own way? Okape no say shift it.
Yeah.
Because I say you can brofuna ya fat jacket be at you know can in some way, but you can say go freestyle
and so different
way. So we have to be careful so that there's that balance, no. Now at the end of the day, no meaning no it comes out. So I always say there's a lot that we have to learn from the from the vernacular industry in terms of tree and local languages, no, in our movies, no. That is not to say, no, say the other side, no, so they also have to learn in terms of the excesses. Sometimes, no, we exaggerate or prolong some of our actions. Long, you know, but it's for me, you know, the one that comes naturally, even though there's a text there, and that's one of the reasons why Pusha became caught on, because lines no one mind too many details. So he wanted it to be relatable. Communities now, you know, that's what the people want to hear, and we connect with it. And so, into some of these things came out of just the on the spell of the moment. It was very spontaneous. Yeah.
Yes. Eastern Ebano. Yabeji and legend you because also now you should be on Safari Gardens,
right?
Samini Kamido,
nice one.
And African child, you know, Bekasa Ewaha. Na no date here, anyway. Now, so Ushia new crew, has it ever happened to you? Oh yeah, a bit uncomfortable before at a point where you might settle in. It happens.
Oh yeah, naturally, when vibe, you know, you have to study a bit how they are, you know, because everybody is different. Well, you have to approach them. Some people you have to allow them to have their space. So I think every now and then, first time, no, you're a bit uncomfortable, especially when they be our observe, you say, hey Charlie, these guys they have something bigger. You know, you
have equipment,
Charlie, you know, so you're a bit, you know, careful studying, but mostly, you know, you study before you come out, you know, because just for the relationship to take on of a good note.
I was for Easter you jump sa Coco Flake is one I say he say anytime Rebecca say Sikano, you have to think of Coco Flake. Sikanye Kwakunie. And you know me there, Mesa Bobio. Do you like money?
Oh yeah, I like money. I like money. You don't have to ask me.
Because as a person or
as anything, I like money.
I almost say more money, more problem. And I also pay Sikano. Anang. They say more money, more problem.
Oh, I know it's a problem. Even without money, crap problem.
So you add,
you are better off.
I know this council solve any problem. Tyson Council will say, anybody who says money is everything hasn't gotten the money yet. No, I think when you have too much money, I think per my observation,
right?
On say you too skinny for windy. When you are spending, you don't think.
Yeah,
it's like you're a star. You don't take advice. I always compare money and fame. You don't listen to anybody.
No.
So you boom boom.
Yeah.
Then sky is not everything. Sky is everything, but when you are moving forward, our time is almost up. Project Ben Okwama, you love your people to know.
Yeah, a couple of projects. Basumini, Chris Atto, and Pascal Aka. Chris Atto is in town, and he maybe. Let me say one movie. A friend of Gold Coast Lounge. They may nomination for best supporting actor or AMVCA. No, a sequel to it, and so that's in the works. To say the series na gusu or either Showmax and Kwaba Magic and also Koso, and then more production being no they mean to me can't want some
silly deal,
but more they won't check him with
silly deal. Silly deal,
me silly deal.
Okay,
but it's still early days yet. Per se you can't want some
because when you share production date.
Production date, but per se, let me say marketing take it off with some suspense.
Okay.
It's part of the process, the theme that they are just look out for my friends and my pages, my social media pages, Instagram especially. But otherwise, Charlie, I'm also part of the Links company, so
you have
lot more to come. Yes,
15 years. Links. My idea. Albert and
Richie.
Yeah, they've done well. I like the new studio. I used it last year. That was where I met you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and and Friday. You are also open coin bina. And you know what's up with you? And you made there and your bo. Sikanye, Kokuni. Before we go, can you remember various awards that you have received?
Say a couple of years ago, AMVCA Best Actor African, Meiji 1-2 from Texas, Houston, for Best Actor for Africa as well. Because Golden Movie Awards and also Best Actor, Ghana Movie Awards, a number of them. Any other awards? I mean, Best Actor. Say Emmy Awards. Emmy also Awards, recently, I also got that as well. So just to mention a few.
That's in all, no. The industry has recognized you.
Oh yes, they have.
No regrets.
Not at all. I mean, for me, recognition. I mean, it tells me say I'm on the right path. But it also throws another challenge for me. Say
do more.
Do more. People's eyes are on me. And I shouldn't let it get into my head. It's an opportunity to keep learning, staying humble. That people can even recognize me. So that has been it for me.
Few regrets.
Few regrets when it comes to me. I'm number one critic. Me and I criticize me.
Few disappointment.
Oh yes, there have been some.
How many producers owe you money?
Yeah,
Simple question. I said how many? I didn't say
blogger we have for the pens this year or
no, yenda Friday. Maybe I can vote here. Can be.
Me a de bia da be the omate meka. Salam de meka kakra bi. Interest me the interest me go so because they there. It's all this as can be 8 million share. So time interest.
Is it intentional? And as can I win be.
Hey,
so why?
Charlie, I don't know. It's just, some of them also think, say, and almost so at least also I mean you
help them small.
Yeah, help them, but at least that's your dues are out here. But let it be a conversation. You can say, okay, this is the agreement. But when we agree on a certain fee, and I will there, who am I half ready? Just say my new production.
Carry forward. And next week, Abia Christabel or Oscar right, because until we premiere Red Carpet,
that's right.
The top lead characters now moving in the HammerTime.